And welcome back to another devotion. I am Pastor Roy Carlin here at Woodlawn Christian Church in Lake City, Iowa. And this devotion is for Tuesday, October 14th of 2025. We are already almost halfway through October. Wow. That's depressing, isn't it? But at any rate, back to the task at hand. We are in the book of Acts, and today we are going to start a new chapter. We are going to dive into chapter 25 today. But we're only going to look at the first 5 verses. So verses 1 through 5 today. This is going to take a chip out of this section that the Revised Standard Version calls Paul Appeals to the Emperor. And that, of course, as we mentioned before, the Lord told Paul that he's on his way to Rome. And we're going to make sure he gets there, by golly. The Lord's going to make sure of it, and he's going to do something about it today. So with that, let's take a look at these 5 verses. I'm going to try to keep this one short and pithy for you all so you don't have to listen to me drone on and on. But at any rate, verses 1 to 5, chapter 25 of Acts. Now when Festus had come into his province, after 3 days he went up to Jerusalem from Caesarea. And the chief priests and the principal men of the Jews informed him against Paul, and they urged him, asking as a favor to have the man sent to Jerusalem, planning an ambush to kill him on the way. Festus replied that Paul was being kept at Caesarea, and that he himself intended to go there shortly. So, said he, let the men of authority among you go down with me, and if there is anything wrong about the man, let them accuse him. Okay. Festus has just gotten there. Felix was removed because Felix was a little too harsh. And so they brought in Festus. And Festus has only been here 3 days. He hasn't even kind of gotten the feel of the room yet. But he seems to be a pretty wise individual. He's wise to the ways of the world. He's wise to what happens when somebody new comes in charge. There's always these people that coming up and trying to gain advantage, and it happens in ministry too. It happens in business. If you're listening to this and you are in business, if you've been in leadership, some kind of administrative capacity, you know how it is. Some of the first people that come up and start whispering in your ear, telling you all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, so to say, those people don't always have your best interest in mind, and they certainly don't have the best interest of the people they're backstabbing in mind. Sometimes those people that they're backstabbing are some of your bestest, that's a word, I just made it up. Some of your very bestest people are the people that are getting stabbed in the back. Not always, but it can be. Let's put it that way. At any rate, people being people, people are still the way people are today in many ways. The priests and the principal men of the Jews have come to try to work out a deal to get Festus to bring Paul out into the open because they want to ambush him and kill him, it says here. It's a favor to have the men sent to Jerusalem, planning an ambush to kill him on the way. That's verse 3. Remember ways back, they had those 40 guys that swore they wouldn't eat or drink until they killed Paul. Now it's been over 2 years. Guessing that if they held to that oath, they're not around no more. Most likely they recanted that oath. And some of them may be some of the people that are swearing to it again, because people do that. By golly, we're going to get it done. Well, that ain't going to happen. Well, okay, well, and by golly, I'm going to get it done this time, just this next time. By golly, you're not going to get it done, because Festus sees through what's going on. It makes no sense for him to send Paul back to Jerusalem when he's being held in Caesarea. He does not want to go down to Caesarea and then back to Jerusalem with this prisoner that he knows Paul's there apparently. That just doesn't make sense, does it? And if it doesn't make sense, why do they want you to do it? And so I think he sees through this plan that they have to get after him. And we just have to remember is that sometimes evil doesn't give up. Evil can be very persistent. So we need to have our eyes and our ears open. We need to be like Festus here and see through the motivation of what these folks are trying to do here. And again, the Lord's guiding him, we have to think, because the Lord's plan is for Paul to get all the way to Rome. He wants to use him to minister, to preach to folks in Rome, even some of the people in the royal family, to be honest. So that's where we're going to leave it today. waiting for them to come along with Festus to make their accusations in Caesarea. So, if you enjoy these devotions, please like and subscribe. Make a kind comment if you like. Most importantly, come on back again, all right? Remember to be a blessing to someone today, and always, always, always remember that God loves you. Okay? Take care. We'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye.